Yes, guys, welcome back to another episode of myself, LL Crypto and Edode. So how are you doing today?
I'm feeling great and I'm happy to be back to another episode.
Excellent. So today's episode, we're going to jump into the technicals of Bitcoin in just a second. We'll look at the overall market structure in just a moment as well. And we are currently in quarter four of the bull run. It's the fourth year in the cycle. So we know that cycles last around 4 years normally, and we're in quarter four of year four. So we just started it back on the 1st of October. And of course, usually October, November, December are usually really bullish months. So this is, in my opinion, again, everything we say is not financial advice. Please do your own research. It's really, really important that you do that. And please read the disclaimer below because we are not financial advisors. And if you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you can be notified with each and every video that we bring out on our separate video, on our separate channels, and the podcast. But we're happy that you're here for this week's podcast about Bitcoin. So my opinion, like I just said, we're coming to the end of the cycle. If history repeats, what do you think, Adam?
I mean, generally, we know that history repeats itself. We've seen it times and times again. And if you also look at Bitcoin technicals, even though last week Bitcoin had another all-time high, reaching 125K US dollar, we can also see that Bitcoin is remaining sideways toward between the 120 and 125 zone, and clearly signaling that maybe a downward trend could be expected the next few weeks to come.
Yeah, so if history repeats, then we're in for a huge 3 months ahead. October is +6. It just started and we're about a third of the way through it. And are we going to see something like previous cycles with the rest of the year? So I think on another video, we're going to talk about how not to get wrecked in crypto is very, very important because you can still make money in a bear market. And of course, we make money in a bull market, but people have this misconception that you can't make money in a bear market. You can make money in a bear market, and we will talk about that on another episode, how not to get wrecked, because sadly, 90+% of people end up getting wrecked and watching their portfolio in the bull run go to whatever they have in their portfolios go sky high, and then all of a sudden, in a few weeks, they're down to zero. So we'll talk about that in just another video. But right now, we're just going over to the Bitcoin technicals because one thing that's standing out to me, very, very important, is that we need to push past with volume the zone where we are now. If we linger too long in this area, are we forming this double top here? So we've got the top on the left here, and are we forming the right hand side right now? So we do need very, very soon, hopefully, we start skyrocketing past 130,000 just to confirm this. If you go to the higher time frames, if we go to the monthly, it's looking good. I mean, we've had September in the green, and now we're trying to push past our old all-time high. I mean, of course, we've already pushed past it. We've set a new all-time high, 126. But what we don't want to see is the monthly close in this area, in my opinion. We want a monthly close, a strong one above 125 towards 130,000, and then it sets a nice way forward for November and December. So we don't want to linger too much. If we go to the lower time frames, on my channel I spoke about the Bollinger Bands and we were overly extended, and so we've had that rejection. If we just bring up those Bollinger Bands on the technicals, I was just taking a look at this just a moment ago, and you can see what I'm talking about here. Yeah, we came out of the Bollinger Bands and then we've come back in, which is normal. So having a bit of a cool off at this moment. And of course, pullbacks are fine. So if you're trading, maybe wait for some of the key levels of 119,000. We could even come back down and test the 110,000. I don't think that will happen, but anything's possible. So just wait for a clear bounce off one of these support lines. And if you want to short the market, of course you can as well. So I wouldn't personally short the market in a bull run, but that's how you can make a lot of money in a bear market, by shorting the market. And that's what we'll talk about on the video about not getting completely wrecked. So yeah, right now Bitcoin is setting up quite nicely. So if you're going to take anything from the Bitcoin technicals, we need to stop basically staying in this area where we can see it on the screen of 120, say 119 to 124,000. Of course, we're consolidating, and then hopefully we get a springboard up to the 130 plus zone very, very soon. If we linger too long, then we could have this rollover and start going lower. Generally speaking, October is usually good. The rest of the year is usually good. So if we see that, then it would be bearish. So the bearish situation is we stay too long, we could get rejected, come back down. But hopefully over the next few days, maybe a week or 10 days max, we do have this surge to the upside just to get away from this zone that we've been talking about. And yeah, if that happens, then we'll go to the altcoins in just a second, but the altcoins will absolutely skyrocket as well. But it's showing that we are extremely close to the end of this cycle. I don't know if you agree with that.
I mean, there's something I certainly agree with, is the fact that the bear market is just around the corner. And then if you just look at a chart, we can see that we are printing a nice red candle, which maybe also signal the fact that maybe Bitcoin might reach a bottom low. Could be maybe the 129 figure, the key resistance around the 129, or maybe around even 110. Everything is possible. Could it even be that maybe when we were still in the daily view, I wonder, or maybe you can tell me if I'm wrong, do you have maybe something similar with what happened in August, where we also had a nice red candle? Could we see something similar where this Bitcoin exactly? So could we see something similar with this red candle that is printing right now? Because I feel like both of them, they just look at the same figure around 1 try, and now the red candle seems to be growing. So we see how it grows within the next few hours and even few days.
Yeah, I think for sure this would be bad. This would be like a double top pattern. Sadly, W's can quickly turn to M patterns as well, and vice versa. So what we don't want to see is, yeah, coming back down into these areas here. It would be bad for the market, especially if we break below 110. So that's why I keep saying we need, with volume, to break past these levels here. Touching 130,000, because if we linger too long, then we're going to roll over, and hopefully that won't happen, because it's going to play a big problem. But most people are calling for like 150 plus $200,000 Bitcoin. Just beware of that, because most people that say that every cycle, they call these tops, and that's the reason why 90% get wrecked, because they call for such an astronomical figure. I do believe we'll go past those figures with Bitcoin, even to $1 million one day. But this cycle, we're heating up. We are coming to the end if the cycles repeat. So there's not long left. That's the problem. So with Bitcoin, if we linger around here, then yeah, like I keep saying many times, it's not good. So hopefully we get that push to the upside, that final leg up, because this will set like a catalyst ready for the altcoins. And that's what we've been waiting for. If we go over to the altcoins, just very briefly, let's go to first of all, yeah, the Bitcoin dominance has started to come back up, and hopefully we get this dead cat bounce where we have another step lower. I think this will come soaring down very soon. And hopefully we do get that altcoin season, because most people are here for the altcoins.
And you know, something that has really surprised me during this cycle is the fact that we haven't really had a proper altcoin season. Even though I do agree that the bull market is almost over and that the bear market is around the corner, somehow I feel like the altcoins didn't really deliver as much as we expected them. So could it be that maybe we could see something happening with the altcoin season maybe later, But yeah, I certainly agree with the fact that yeah, this market, this bull market is soon to be over.
Yeah, so usually the altcoin season happens when Bitcoin has reached its all-time high, and then it's the domino effect onto the top 10, top 20. We've had altcoin rallies, of course. Do you know what? We're going to leave it there for this video. I don't want to go into the altcoins. Maybe the second video we can talk about altcoins and how not to get wrecked. But we just want to focus our attention on Bitcoin. So stay tuned for the next video because we're going to look at altcoins. That's probably why you're here. We'll talk about Ethereum. We'll talk about how not to get wrecked and the altcoins, how they're doing at this moment. So thanks guys, girls, for sticking to the end. Make sure to leave some comments as well in the comment section below. We love to read your comments and it's good for the channels as well. And yeah, stay safe out there. We're almost at the end of this cycle. So make sure to have an exit strategy and yeah, just stay safe out there. So thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.